Hello, sweeties! I'm super excited to share Garden Path Lacquers' 80s fantasy collection with you today. This 6-piece collection is inspired by popular magic and fantasy movies from the 80s, and I'm an 80s baby, so every one of these polishes is inspired by movies I was and still am pretty obsessed with. First up, we have Always Dark, inspired by the Neverending Story. This shade is a blue base scattered with bright indigo to purple shifting Aurora shimmer and gold holographic micro glitter. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. It dries a bit textured, so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. You can see under the lower lighting that the deeper indigo blue shift really comes through. Next, we have Bloodstream of the Universe, inspired by Willow. This is a grass green base filled with large particle copper to pink to green shifting shimmer, as well as jade holographic micro glitter. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. Again, it dries with some texture, so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. Under the low lighting, the copper, pink, and darker green shifts really show themselves, especially that copper gold. Here we have End, Begin, All the Same, inspired by the dark crystal. This is a clear base scattered with large particle pink to gold to green to blue shifting shimmer and purple holographic micro glitter. Shown here in 2 coats, 3 if you have a longer free edge. It dries with some texture, so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The gold shift very much takes over the show. Under the lower lighting, it turns the pinkish purple shade into this warm, darker looking pink, almost orange, that I really love. Next up is It's Only Forever, inspired by the Labyrinth. This is a deep, dark blackberry base with large particle green to gold to blue shifting shimmer, as well as gold holographic micro glitter. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. It dries with a bit of texture, so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. The green and the blue shift really comes to life here, especially the green, and that green on top of the blackberry base screams the perfect Halloween shade to me. Next is Regret and Love, inspired by The Last Unicorn. This is a clear base filled with a large particle pink to orange to green shifting shimmer, blue holographic micro glitter, as well as holographic micro flakes. Shown here in 2 coats, you may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. It dries with some texture, so a top coat is needed for a smooth glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. All 3 of the color shifts come through under the lower lighting, but what I love about this one is even under the lower lighting, that blue micro glitter still strongly pops through. And last, we have Solace of the Shadows, inspired by Legend. This is a red raspberry curly base with blue to green shifting aurora shimmer and red holographic micro glitter. Shown here in 2 coats. You may need 3 if you have a longer free edge. It dries with a small amount of texture, so a top coat is needed for a smooth, glossy finish. Shown under studio lighting and then lower lighting. So under the low lighting, this one really morphs into a completely different color, and I'm very much here for it. It becomes less red and more of a dark raspberry, and then that blue shimmer that hid while it was under the studio lighting suddenly becomes more visible. I very much enjoyed this nostalgic collection with all of its shifty goodness and had a hard time picking favorites, but I think my top favorite is It's Only Forever because I love me some dark shifty fall type shades. Close second is Solace of the Shadows, which surprises me because I'm not usually a red polish fan, but something about this one made me fall in love with it. Let me know in the comments below which ones are your favorites. This collection releases today at 7 p.m. Eastern at gardenpathlacquers.com. Individually, they are $12.75 each, and the complete collection is $76.50. However, for the first week of the release, the full collection will be on sale for $68.85, so don't drag your heels and run on over there and grab yours. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!